A big deal with learning a new language is actually being able to have conversations and getting feedback from when you're talking to another person in it. But that might not always be the case. What happens if you can really travel to a foreign country where they speak that language 24/7? Hola amigos, I'm Katy from Spanish 55, and as many of you may already know, I happen to be a Mexican girl who likes languages, who is living abroad in France right now, and I can practice French 24/7, right? Well, maybe not 24/7, but on a daily basis. But what happens if you can really go abroad at the moment, right? Where can you practice? Where can you get feedback? And that's why today in this video, we're going to dive into one of the topics that a lot of you have been asking me for quite some time now. And that is how to find a good language exchange partner from anywhere around the world, so you can practice your Spanish or any language you're learning for the matter. But first, if you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and the little bell down below so you don't miss on any of our tips and tricks for mastering Spanish. So without further ado, empecemos! So let's start by saying that finding a good language exchange partner is not a one-size-fits-all kind of situation, right? So right now, I am going to share with you 5 tips that have really helped me. But also, if you happen to find another one that does the trick, please do list it on the comments down below. Now, the tip number 1, and probably the most popular one, are language apps. So you probably know about Tandem, HelloTalk, Speaky, which these platforms are great tools to find people and connect with people who are willing to not only share with you like their native language, but also learn about your native language. So it's a win-win kind of situation, right? Also, let's be real here. This is not a sponsorship, so it's kind of like Tinder, but less awkward, usually, right? So you also have to keep that in mind. Now, one of the downsides, I guess, would be that mostly not all of the people there are qualified to give you feedback and to correct your mistakes, like when it comes to grammar or spelling in a way that actually makes sense to you. And also, let's be real here. With no money involved, it might be a little bit harder to find someone who actually wants to commit. Now, let's move on to tips number 2 and number 3, which I can basically say they are kind of like the same because they are internet involving. So you're going to use internet. And with that being said, number 2 would be to join a Facebook group. And trust me, Facebook might be one of those really old social media platforms, but they are still pretty useful. And you can type in like Spanish speakers or Spanish learners or Korean learners or whatever the language you are learning is. Trust me, I've been in this Japanese learning group for quite a while now, and it's just really funny because they do not only share like grammar points, lessons, and Duolingo sessions from time to time, but also really funny memes. And it's really rewarding, and it's kind of like a little bit of a push to keep on going, to reinforce what you just learned when you actually get to laugh. Number 3 would be to try on and join forums or communities. Sites like Reddit, where the communities are actually really supportive and kind. You can try on looking like r/language_exchange, and you can actually find really nice groups and someone that you can actually practice with regularly. Tip number 4 would be to join local meetups. Probably you already know about this app that's called Meetup, and it's great because maybe if you do happen to be in a foreign country, you can search for local language exchanges and find people who are from the same country as you. But if you do really want to practice another language, it helps a bunch because here probably the majority of people who attend are foreigners who want to make acquaintances in this foreign country. So actually, when I was living in Mexico City, I attended an Asian language meetup, and I became really good friends with this Filipino guy. And we're still acquaintances nowadays, and whenever he goes to Mexico and I happen to be there, we meet up and have a nice café con leche. And last but not least, we arrived to the fifth tip and my personal favorite if you're actually serious about learning Spanish. Because why not join a Spanish 55? Here you can not only find native Spanish speakers like me, but also native speakers who happen to be certified tutors who can help you to achieve your own goals at your own rhythm and pace. They tailor each session so you get immediate feedback on the specific skills that you want to acquire. So what are you waiting for? If that's the case, do not hesitate to click on the link in the description box down below and start your journey in Spanish with Spanish 55 today. Now, remember that the key for mastering a foreign language is consistency and practice. And also do not forget to be kind, gentle, and patient with yourself. Finding a good language exchange partner can be a great game changer. So do not hesitate to dive into those apps, those groups, attend those meetups, join those online communities, and of course, join the Spanish 55. You've got this. Thanks for watching, amigos. Remember to like and subscribe if you liked these tips. And also do not forget to comment down below what's your favorite way to practice Spanish or any other language you're learning per se. Without further ado, thanks for watching. Hasta la próxima.